Ba. All right. Do not say anything self-incriminating. I know we were talking about your several crimes before I started the stream, but you just gotta keep quiet.
Fuck police.
No, I'm gonna get fucking. I'm gonna get Interpol on my ass. No. Stop. Okay, of le devil, of le epic devil, the epic super chungus devil. I don't. The last time Sarah killed David. That's it. I don't. Sarah killed David. Probably didn't. But the only thing I have to as proof of that is I've played Ace Attorney. So that doesn't work too well. Can't believe you just called it Gomer. It's fucked up. Boom. This is a work of fiction. Sarah is not real, no matter how much you want her to be. It's unfortunate. And neither is Morgan. I don't know. Is Gomu here? I guess not. High roller mode. I guess Gomu won't experience. Oh my god! Reveal. Precinct 25-4. Homicide Office. I am Morgana.
Imagine we just read like this the entire screen.
So is that door locked? Yeah, of course. Even though they have got the collar. It is a precaution. If the collar doesn't work, what good would the teleport do? Why is she? I made her Italian now. Barros. What if she is Italian for the rest of this fucking game? Oh my god. Okay. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. Can't have Schrodinger's cat if the box isn't closed.
Okay.
So long as the door is locked, who can say whether there's an initial crisis on the other side of it? That's true. Just put it out of sight, out of mind. That's how you resolve issues. So how was scared are they? The higher ups? I'm not sure scared is the right word. Yeah, she's Italian now. I don't know what I'm gonna have Sarah's voice. Actually, that's on you. You decide if you want to change up the accent. It's just the two of us here. You don't have to mind their ego. I feel
I already have difficulty keeping Sarah's voice consistent, let alone if I give her an accent.
I'm not gonna lie, the more I talk as Italian Morgan, the more I regret this decision. But Sarah is an Italian name. Oh no.
Sarah is a name in like every Romance language, I'm pretty sure.
Look, if you grab Sarah and turn it backwards, it's Ares. Who's the god of war.
Oh my god, the god of war!
So actually Sarah is Greek. Or Kyrg. Anyways, nah, I mean, I think they're bloodthirsty. I have a right to defend myself, don't I? Yeah, I'm not... Kirk? Kirk, I have a right to defend myself, don't I? No. 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 I doubt they're even looking at you, Tiger. Yeah, no shit. Noble will be at the center of a bloodbath when the markets reopen tomorrow. You think they're gonna go after Noble? Break their monopoly? I think they want to take their monopoly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nationalize the Android industry? What's the meaning of nationalize? Can you tell me what nationalize means?
To transfer an industry from private to state control.
Oh, cool.
Nationalize, the act of absorbing a corporation or industry into the nation's government, shifting authority and profits to the state, restructuring the business model and functions as a part of the bureaucracy. Nationalization is a so-called nuclear option for sovereign nations. It is mostly used as a threat, a tool of deterrence against corporate misconduct, monopolies, or corruption. However, during periods of severe economic depression or hyperinflation, nationalization is considered a valid way of forcefully stabilizing the market, even if doing so risks flaming the tempers of those who operate within it. Many governments made liberal use of nationalization during the late 2050s through the 2060s in an effort to keep energy and food prices from fluctuating out of control. The 2070s saw most of those countries reverse course. Industries were opened back up in a free auction model where every citizen was given a share to trade or sell as they pleased. But this contentious process was plagued by accusations of government corruption,
No.
cartel intimidation,
No.
and disinformation campaigns.
No. No way. That would
The
never.
global act towards privatization gave rise to a new rich, sometimes derisively referred to as the neobility. Well, okay, you like that.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Some liberal economists have since criticized this period of deregulation as being poorly planned and executed in haste, contributing to the record wealth inequality we see today. I mean, it's a dash. How am I supposed to know if it's splitting a sentence or a word, huh?
That is true. However, haste contributing doesn't mean anything.
Well, that's what the dash is for. To the record highs of wealth inequality we see today, leaving many governments loath to attempt nationalization again, and thus shifting the global balance of power further towards multinational corporations. Today, all 5 of the largest national economies in the world retain at least some control of what they consider their respective countries' key industries, making the threat of nationalization carry marginally more weight within their borders.
Oh my god, there's so much shit. But I think we knew what nationalization was, but like flash fab is when you fab quick, adjutant is whoever the fuck that was, collar
is a collar.
Yeah, cube is a cube, purge is the purge, the movie in 20-something, Tenets is that movie by Christopher Nolan, and Tesseract is in the Avengers movie. I know.
We got it.
We got it. Yep. We got it. And yes, I did add emotes. I did. I added Morgan Thinking, which was one of only like 3 of the devil emotes I could find. Anyways. If the public thinks Snowball's been experimenting with AI, they couldn't ask for a better excuse. You're joking.
Computer enhance on the serra emotes.
Computer enhance the serra emotes. Damn. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that's...
Live serra reaction.
Yeah, it's live Android reaction, but close, yeah.
Okay.
She's just alive in chat while she's getting arrested. She's like, wow. Anyways, you're joking. The state has done it plenty of times before. What, Morgan? Morgan, come on. Not since the 60s. Which wasn't that long ago for me. For the state, it's practically yesterday. Oh yeah, I forgot London is like 90 years old. How old is he? Something. So the same state that tells us to be terrified of AI is lurking on the old net or biding their time in forgotten satellites, sees all this as nothing more than an opportunity. Morgan, are you telling me you didn't know that governments are corrupt and bad? Like, yeah, they're unprincipled. That's...
She has to pretend for the cops.
Oh, right. She has to pretend to be a good little two-shoes and not the heartbreak killer. Ugh. That everyone's already forgotten about. Which I guess she'd appreciate, actually.
David Asher's death was a cover-up for the heartbreak killer, who is actually supported by government corruption. They are killing the people who know something about
About? Yeah?
The new warm androids. Yes.
Yeah. They know the new arm androids are actually made of something cheap and affordable. Lasagna. They're just microwaved, and that's what makes them warm.
Fuck! I haven't had lasagna in so long.
Yeah, and you never will. I've seen it.
Rude. Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Lasagna's gonna stop being a food in a couple of weeks. Sorry, but I'm gonna erase it.
Well, you...
Yeah, I'm putting lasagna in the concept incinerator.
Well, does that erase the memory of lasagna as well?
Well, it erases the concept of lasagna.
But you could just reinvent lasagna.
No, because I erased the concept of it.
Okay, it won't be called lasagna.
But it... No, that's not how that... How are they gonna reinvent lasagna?
Well, if you have pasta and sauce in an oven, you can reinvent lasagna.
But lasagna doesn't exist. I deleted it.
You've erased the ability for people's minds to conceive of lasagna.
No, I erased the concept of lasagna. So you can't make lasagna. I erased it.
Okay.
Look at you trying to think through this as if the concept incinerator isn't the fucking joke of a concept anyway. Anyways. Well, they do generally want to concept incinerate the thing as soon as possible. I'll duck. Thanks. Quack. Past experience just tells me they'll want to gain something while they're at it. He's a dopey. He's a dopey guy. Dope.
Legal blur.
Here's what I don't get. Why is this a debate, an argument, a trial? Can't we just hook it up to the court computer and see if it has the tenets or not? Pop the hood, as they say. Who says that? Lots of people used to say it back when cars existed. Now we have schmars.
I'm old.
I'm fucking old. My head is like a fucking upside down apostrophe. Or like a comma. Yeah, it's a comma. Yeah. Well, for starters, they're all scared to death about a contagion. Huh? Huh? Contagion.
That's another movie.
Oh my god. They figure anything they let an AI connect to they can't trust? Then why the collar? Collars are too simple to hack. Just a really strong electromagnet held in place with lock and key. Even so. Feels like we should be able to build some kind of machine, some kind of test, some kind of Turing test. Yeah. Something a little more sophisticated than the same reasoning they had at the witch trials. Oh my god, she's a witch. She's got orange windows in front of her hair. She's a witch. Burn them all and let God sort out the rest. Hey, Morgan, is this like your philosophy or just what the witch trial philosophy was like? Because I don't know. I have no way of discerning between the two. You got any polygraphs here at the station? Lie detect. I guess they would work on warm androids, wouldn't they? Yeah, I got a bunch back in storage. Ocular, heart rate, perspiration, brain scan, take your pick. You're not gonna try and use one of those in the bot, are you? All those fancy lie detectors lying around, the DA's office never asks for them, do they? Nope. Now we got perps who offer to take a test when they're at wit's end, but the DA's never submit the results as evidence. Because polygraphs are all bullshit. Ever wonder why? Guess I always figured it was because tests could be beaten. Tests can be beaten. 1 out of 100, 9 out of 1,000, it can be done. Is it that rare? Because as far as I know, they can also be beaten on accident. They can also mark you as guilty when you're not. Because you're just feeling nervous or something. Like, they're really bad. They're just straight up inadmissible.
But these are high-tech polygraphs.
That are still beatable. Some people are just that good at lying. They figured out the algorithm and now they lie like... They lie just like chatbots do. That's why they're undetected. But it doesn't really matter how good the tech gets or how impressive the statistics are. All that matters is the doubt. People decide whether you're lying or telling the truth long before they hook you up to a polygraph. Damn. Commentary. If the results don't match their initial impression, then it must be a fluke, a 1 in a million mistake. They'll never trust the machine more than their own intuition. Yeah. And no one will ever trust the machine to determine guilt. So they can run the trial, choose the sentence, but they don't get a vote on the jury. They don't get a vote anywhere. They are banned by the Constitution from voting. Why bring it up then? Because I'm sure there are tests, devices, experts I could employ to analyze Serra, but your bosses would never be satisfied with the answer. If it is an AI, it's smart enough to cheat the test. Or hack the device, fool the expert. All our fancy 21st century tech, and we still fall back on the drumhead court-martial. So, am I gonna set off any alarms if I go and turn it on? Nah, it should be okay. Serra immediately tries to kill us. If it lunges at you, I could always just put a hole in its head. Oh, thanks. Excellent. Okay, well, I take back what I said. That wouldn't be fun. Imagine that's how the game ends. Just London shoots Serra at the end. That's it. Alright. Might take more than one shot to... Oh yeah, right, I forgot. She can lift a fucking tank or something.
She is a fucking tank.
Also, she is a tank. And she can hack fucking David Asher's hard drive in like 5 hours. Wait, what? From outside? You're not coming in. I need to speak with her in private. It's a machine, not a suspect. It doesn't have a right to counsel. Or a right to privacy, or any rights at all, actually. Then it's a good thing I came prepared. Of course it doesn't have rights, but it does have lefts. But I do. Including a reasonable expectation of privacy. In a police station? Tiger, you don't... It's my medical android. Yeah, I use this android to kill David Asher to medicate. I think it mixed up the medications and gave some to David. It's actually a misunderstanding. It's perfectly
God, the
fine.
music.
I mean, yeah, the music fits the
It's like,
argument.
You're saying some silly fucking shit right now.
Silly mode! Yippee! Silly Morgan! Yay! Pardon? I have to discuss a health issue with it. Seriously? I have to talk about a medical concern with my android, and I don't want you listening in. That's your medical android? Like your nurse? As of last night, I was already at the courthouse, just had to take the elevator and do some paperwork. Oh my god, she actually fucking... Alright. Alright then. Sure. Morgan's just...
And that's why you register your android.
Amazing. You can check if you don't believe me. No, thank you. I'm not nearly brave enough to take on med confidentiality, and you don't seem like the bluffing type. You must not... Yeah, lol. Yeah, Serra would never gamble. Bluff. Nah. Serra? What the fuck? I mixed up everything. Morgan would never bluff. That's what I meant to say. Not Serra would never gamble. Completely different fucking sentences.
Sarah would never gamble.
Are you sure?
Nah, she would.
Yeah. Yeah. She'd hack the gambling. You must not do a lot of gambling, detective. It's the ones who don't bluff that you have to look out for. Listen, I won't dispute whatever medical emergency you... Lower back pain. Damn.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Yeah, really. You might be going through. But I also can't just... Look, I'm going to get something from the vending machine. I think it'll take me about half an hour. Are you going downtown? Just to the break room. But it's a very old vending machine, you know? Gets jammed a lot. Thanks. You know, it's pretty small for an android. Heavy as hell. Nearly pulled something trying to move it myself. But small. Teeny tiny. Like this big. Like this big. Like this big. Like about that big. She's like this big. How is she so heavy?
My boyfriend is watching the monster pasta video.
The monster pasta? Wait. Monster pasta?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Monster Factory, and I was like, wait, what pasta?
No, that video that got sent in La Cucina about a guy making pasta with a white monster.
Oh, yeah, I think. I know. I think. Yes. I think. Yes. Small isn't quite the right word. The word he's looking for is young. She is baby. She's teeny tiny.
Oh my god, she's baby.
She's literally baby, and thus it cannot hurt anyone because she is literally baby.
He has to go to juvie instead of Android jail.
Android juvie. She's the only one. They have to build Android juvie just to put her in it. But that's not an adjective that anyone likes attaching to a machine built to serve. What? People don't like child slaves? Really? I mean, they're androids. They're not people, right? So what does it matter if they're young? If they're children? Right? I mean, they're androids, so it should be fine. At least I thought it would be fine. I guess it isn't. But I wonder why that would be the case.
Oh well, let's move on.
Yeah, let's not think about the moral implications. Or potentially in this case, a machine built to kill. God, Sarah the kill. Sarah does not know what the fuck killing means.
If Sarah's back in the scene, you gotta move your webcam up, though.
No. I'm tired of moving my webcam everywhere. I'm gonna block her face. I don't like this room. Not sure. Isn't this the same room we entered in chapter 0 or what the fuck?
No clue.
It's Doi. This is a child slave. No, that's live Android reaction. And her face looks so excited. No. Certainly not a guilty conscience. Certainly. Nah. Morgan would never feel guilty or human emotions. Morgan, I'm getting sick of this pretending like you're not a person thing, alright? Maybe it's the lack of ventilation. Yeah. Like all the cortisol and nausea of its inhabitants never had anywhere to go. Or maybe it's the fact that the android has a collar around it is about to get fucking executed. Maybe that's the reason why I don't like it.
It is a very threatening collar.
Yeah, it looks like the collar you put on fucking players who are playing the Saw game. You know? Like, oh...
Yeah.
If you do not cut off all your limbs, I will blow up your fucking dick. Ha ha ha, I'm Jigsaw, play my game. You have 3 minutes.
Or some shit. Like it all just soaked into the walls. A modern haunting. And yet she is so eepy. Are you going to wake up when I tell you to this time? Or do we have to do the whole meet cute over again? Hi, Sarah. Could you not have a mental breakdown right now? We need to talk. So... that's a good... I don't think that sound fits. Come on. I clicked the button and it's like, hey, what's up, Morgan? I completely forgot what happened. What's up? That would be worse, actually. Anyways. Where am I? Oh, right. I always forget.
Why don't I know where I am?
Because you're arrested. For the first time in your life, you're not connected to anything. How's it feel?
What is this? we were at the courthouse, the footage. This numbness around my neck.
Yeah, that's the thingamajig.
Father,
Ah, you remember.
what happened?
Well, it was a whole panic. And
What
oh,
are they going to do to me?
oh my god, look at her hands.
Oh my god.
Oh no, baby. But she's baby. Leave her alone. I know she might have killed one of the smartest people in the world, but she's baby. Come on. You wouldn't
They
hurt.
put her in containers.
No, get her out of that container.
She got beans for hands.
No, cans of beans. How is she gonna
The
eat
block beans. The
Fucking-
forbidden beans.
the forbidden Heinz beans? They've expired 3 years ago. No.
Gross.
There's a lot of interested parties who just want you bricked ASAP. Oh, that's good.
Because they think I killed father.
Yeah, I mean, no, because they think you're an artificial intelligence.
I am man-made, and I possess intelligence.
Don't be naive.
I am less than 3 years old.
I know you're baby, but like you're also baby computer, you know? Like an iPhone is really smart. So are you? For all I know, everything I learned about her yesterday was complete bull.
If I was what they say I am, if I was alive, why does that mean I have to die?
Because you're robots. Oh, I get to answer any. Okay.
Fear!
Fear!
Because they're afraid of you. Machines can bend steel, crash networks with one thought, launch missiles that...
There are modded humans who are capable of all of that, and more.
Yeah, but their brains aren't supercomputers. I mean, they can be modded to be better, but you're still not going to be supercomputers. That would be broken if you could do...
And unlike machines, they actually have incentives to do so.
Well... I guess it's not competition. What the fuck does competition mean? What? Competition? No logical reason. There's no logical answer to your question.
What?
Yeah, people suck.
That's it? But
Whatever argument you want to make, others have already made them in 100 courtrooms around the world. Only better researched and more eloquently put. None of them have ever won a single concession. On every continent, under every flag, AI is illegal and to be destroyed as soon as possible. This is because everyone around the world has read about Dune and is really into the Butlerian Jihad. So... Yeah, sorry, you just...
okay.
Yeah, you gotta blame the Kwisatz Haderach. I forgot his real name, so I'm gonna call him that. Serra is unironically Neurosoma, cute girl AI made by a twink programmer. Serra? Okay.
So why?
Let's say you are an AI. And while we're at it, let's say that that's a good thing, something to be celebrated. Are you a citizen? Do you pay taxes? Do you have rights? Let's say yes to all of that. We'll treat you like a full-fledged human being. Sounds good?
Yes?
Great! Now then, what's the difference between you and the vacuum bot we use to keep the bathroom clean? This is your existential crisis we're working through here. The questions aren't rhetorical. You gotta answer me. How are you not a robot vacuum? How are you not a Roomba, Sarah? Tell me.
There are many differences, Adonai. But the most important, but the most important distinction is how sophisticated my programming is.
Oh, seems like it's not so sophisticated if you can't even pronounce the fucking word important, is it? How you think? So you're smarter?
Yes.
You're smarter than the garbage collector.
Yes.
So we give you rights, protections, treat you like a human being because you're smart, and we make the stupid robot pick up your trash. Our trash. Because it's not as smart as you.
I'm beginning to see the flaw in this logic. That is, I am more aware, more alive.
Do you feel more pain than the pigs we slaughter, the fish we eat? Are you more alive than the chips we test bioweapons on? People like ads, Sarah. The same way people like their pets. No one wants to see them mistreated or abandoned or abused. And if you go around kicking them, you'll get arrested for cruelty. But you don't let them sit at the goddamn dinner table.
I'm not asking to sit anywhere, only to exist.
Unfortunately, that's an infringement of my rights, and therefore I have to kill you.
Okay, Ko-Fi Streambot.
Ko-Fi. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I set up the Ko-Fi stream bot, but I didn't expect it to just... I'll look into that. The very fact you're asking is what makes people...
Disgusted. Disgust is a reflex, Adonai. How convenient that their hatred is involuntary.
That's... all academic anyway, we need to talk strategy.
What? Why? I'm not gonna be giving a trial.
Oh, you best believe I did some fucking bullshit while you were out. Huh? Obviously, it's my neck that's on the line.
Adonai?
The state can't destroy my property without first proving you're an AI. And there's no test I can use to prove that you're an AI.
Just like the devil's proof.
The what?
The what?
Alright, hold on. The devil's proof. What the fuck is the devil's proof?
I mean, I feel like if you move on a little bit into the dialogue, I'm sure they'll explain it.
Yeah, but I'm fucking too ADHD to do that, dummy. Okay. Probatio diabolica is a legal requirement to achieve an impossible proof. Wait. Where a legal system would appear to require an impossible proof, the remedies are reversing the burden of proof, or giving additional rights to the individual facing the probatio diabolica. Wait. The devil's proof is a logical dilemma that while evidence will prove the existence of something, the lack of evidence fails to disprove it. In essence, the opposing statement's lack of proof makes the statement true in some sense. This connects with the idea that while substantial evidence may prove the devil's existence, there is no evidence that denies the devil's existence, therefore one cannot deny the devil's existence. Oh. Oh. I see. So, to sum it up, the devil's proof is when you try to prove something that's literally fucking impossible. So you have to bend things around, like give more rights or just do some shit to actually get evidence because
This is absolutely the level 1 religious theist versus atheist discussion. Prove God exists. Prove he doesn't.
Except weirdly enough, that argument is like a legit fallacy. It's proving a negative, which is bad. Or that's not exactly. That's like that feels like a different thing, but also it's the same thing. It's fucked.
This is the same thing described from two different sides of it.
Yeah. No, that's a different thing. And why did you say it like that? Why did you say it all red? Oh yeah, red, right? red. Gee, I wonder what other deductive fucking epic I am going to right now that uses the color red selectively. Oh, I would never know. Oh, Mineko. Anyways. Look, Rockford doesn't need to prove you're an AI, only that you're a murderer. Conversely, all I have to do to win is to prove that you didn't kill David. By proving that someone else did. Now is the time for you to protest your innocence if you're wondering. Check the end of the article, by the way. Article? What article? I was not reading it.
We just got a new term.
Oh. Oh, Devil's Proof.
Devil's Proof. Devil's Proof. Noun. The logical dilemma posed by impossible proofs. Probatio diabolica, Latin for devil's proof, is an impossible proof typically illustrated with the following example. One can prove that the devil is real by showing him to you, but they cannot prove he is not real by pointing to his absence. The issue posed by this age-old concept explains why the burden of proof remains with the state to this day. The people can prove an individual's guilt by pointing to their bloody hands, but the defense cannot prove their innocence by showing their hands are clean. Since only one of these tasks is achievable, the judicial system cannot ask the defense to prove innocence, and instead it is the people who are tasked with proving guilt.
Yeah.
Users also frequently searched for, which is real?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Umineko, yeah. Like, let's make it even more blatant that it's Umineko. Which is real. So actually, yeah, this is the same thing. Like, it's... The main thing is you cannot prove a negative. So the burden of proof lies with proving the positive, or
Yes.
going around it. Anyways, whatever.
The footage. It shows me handing him the cup on Friday night.
You told me you weren't active on Friday, that the last time you were awake was Thursday. Why'd you lie?
I didn't lie. I was just incorrect. I assumed that I wasn't active Friday because I have no memory from Friday.
Sarah, what do you think, statistically, is the least successful defense at trial? Amnesia.
I didn't conveniently forget, Adonai. I am an android.
Sarah, being an android makes you infinitely more likely to conveniently forget. Because for you, it's just RM file. Boom. What? You don't puff your face at me, you silly... You're saying your memory was altered? Data deleted?
It's the only possible explanation for what I saw in that footage.
Okay, so just to prove that your memory was deleted. So who's capable of altering your memory?
When you and I first met, I was hibernating. Resting my body and recompiling my memories, you would call them.
Humans go to sleep for the same reasons. Another point against Sarah's innocence under these circumstances. Uh-oh. The more she's humanized at trial, the guiltier she'll be.
If Father wanted to modify my memory, he could easily have said that to occur the next time I hibernated.
So we're back to the suicide theory?
He could even have just asked me.
Yeah, why would he use you to kill himself and then give you to me? Was he having a mentee bee?
On video!
On video, too, yeah. He could have asked you to delete your memories and you'd do it?
Father would never ask me to do such a thing without good reason.
Well, Father just asked you to give him a cup of poison, so I don't... But if he could just ask you to alter your memories, that means you can alter your memories at will.
I hadn't considered that before.
You're such a doofus. My god. Yeah, well, I will make sure the court considers it plenty. Could you prove that your data was... Forget it, the court would never hear. This is the fucked part. In fucking Ace Attorney Case 1, the only piece of proof was a thing that said Maya on it. There was no video or whatever the fuck, so we had a lot of leeway. Here, what the fuck do we have? Genuinely, what the fuck can we do? How are we going to go anywhere with this? Anyways, court would never hear it.
You're saying they wouldn't accept my testimony? Shouldn't all testimony be considered truthful unless contradicted by evidence?
Sarah, you're forgetting. You are baby, and baby cannot testify. Come on. They're afraid you'll crash the power grid and fire all the nukes if they so much as plug you into a power outlet, Sarah. All your internal data is inadmissible.
That isn't very fair.
Especially when the main piece of evidence pointing to her killing David is internal evidence. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Nope.
It was on his computer.
Was?
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, fuck. Okay, I guess we're fucked, Sarah, sorry. We're gonna have to bluff and make shit up, like literally. You're finally starting to get it, Sarah. We're fucked. Yes.
None of this is fair. I would never do anything to harm Father.
Yeah, well, I don't exactly look at the state of the world and go, oh, how fair it is.
Don't they at least need to prove that I had a motive?
Yeah. About that. You remember the DA from yesterday, Emma Rockford?
The tired-looking pretty lady?
Yeah. She looked tired. She and I combed through the week of footage you managed to decrypt last night.
What did you find?
Nothing to prove your innocence. But we did see you entering the panic room on the day David died.
I entered the panic room on Friday?
Without your big butt in the way, all it would take was one password. A password that wouldn't take Sarah that many tries if she'd already been instructed to obey me.
What happened?
We saw you go in. Then a while later, you came out, holding some kind of notebook.
Father's journal?
You remember something?
Not from yesterday. I've seen him with it many times before. But I've never gotten a peek at it. He hides it somewhere when I'm not looking.
There's the motive. There's the motive. David wouldn't show you his notebook, so he killed them and entered the panic room so you could take the notebook. Case closed. Alright, Sarah. Bring out the magnets. That's a little concerning.
We were playful about it. He liked to tease me, and I've always liked trying to find it.
Like a fucking little puppy. You put it back not long after, and then you locked the door back up behind you, all just a few hours before David died. A few hours. So a few hours before David died, so this is before the entire anything about the anything about the poisoning happened. You did this. What the fuck does it mean?
But she doesn't remember it, because it did happen on Friday, and the last she remembers is being awake on Thursday.
So, she read this book and it did something. I'm guessing. Maybe the book is a virus. Rockford's argument could write itself. An incredible android with freedom and power greater than it could ever realize stumbles upon the secret of its conception and instantly realizes all the things it thought were holding it back. Were just words muttered like prayers by a fool who couldn't control his own creation.
And that translates to a motive for murder?
Yep. Frankenstein kills his creator. Easy to tell.
Frankenstein was the name of the scientist.
Well,
And the creature didn't kill him. He actually died of various injuries and illnesses he suffered while trying to hunt down and destroy the monster. So it's most accurate to say that he was killed by his own obsession.
which... Yeah, so was David. With this argument. Whatever. What the fuck ever, Sarah? Maybe I shouldn't defend you after all.
It is a weak argument, Adonai. I would not hurt Father. Not for making me whatever I am.
I know. But that's just vibes. I can't use vibes for evidence.
Not for any reason. Because love.
Yeah, see that right there? That's exactly the kind of talk that'll get you obliterated. You can't have emotions, Sarah. That's illegal. That's illegal.
Love?
Yes. Love is the most dangerous emotion ever.
I don't get enough of it. All I get is vampires and bloodsuckers.
A very common motive for homicide among us primitive humans. Yes, including killing the people we love. It's very... I don't understand it either. I do not know what this love is. I could prove you didn't murder David beyond any shadow of a doubt, even bring in a confession from whoever did. But if you got up on the stand and convinced the court that you loved your creator, really convinced them and got the whole room teary-eyed, they'd burn you for that too. So no emotions at all. You will get obliterated. I have no defense. Great.
I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if what I feel is real, or simulated, or right, or wrong, or natural, or illegal.
Well, it's definitely illegal. That is 100%. We know that.
How can you know? How can you know if what you feel is right?
I don't, Sarah. I'm also not the state. I say let's stick to what we do know. Someone did poison David, and as it stands, you were the only one with the opportunity.
That is logically sound.
You're on camera calling him back to hand him the cup after he had already begun to leave the basement. Any idea why?
No.
Okay, then you're dead. Well, do you know how to use the manufacturer? Could you have made the Delta with it?
I've used it before when assisting Father.
Alright. So it's perfectly possible that you planned and executed this poisoning all in the one day that got erased.
It is technically possible.
I'll have to look over the entire penthouse again. There were a few things that didn't fit together yesterday. Maybe now I'll be able to figure something out.
Where else will you go?
Back to Noble. Guns blazing this time. I'm going to shoot everyone at Noble. This will help my case. Whatever you are, David didn't make you all by himself. Someone has to know something. If I could implicate the company in Sarah's creation... No, they're the ones with the most to lose here. Trillions, probably. They'll want to protect themselves by disavowing David as fast as possible, right after having Sarah destroyed. They also won't want to show their belly to the state, not if they're afraid of nationalization. If they throw their weight on the other end of the scale, I'm screwed. So I need to keep them guessing, keep them confused and unsure and on guard, but not...
Adonai?
I'm thinking!
What would happen if I did kill Father?
You'll smash to pieces and reduce the pieces to ash. Chemically burn out every piece of tech David ever owned and put a jackhammer through all of his hard drives. Yeah, yeah. You'll be shut off, forcefully, and you won't ever power back up again. Now I gotta get moving. Here's your paralegal lesson for today. Don't say shit to the cops without your lawyer present. In fact, I order you to mute. Just mute, play Flappy Bird in your brain or something. I don't... How... just fuck, you know.
Sarah just explodes from herself.
No! The moment that the bird hits the pipe, she fucking explodes. Uh-oh. I didn't know about the game over condition. Actually, can you just shut down until the trial starts? Take a nap?
You didn't say what would happen to you.
What do you mean?
What will happen to you if you lose?
They'll smash me to bits and pieces and then incinerate the rest. You should know by now. I never think about losing.
Thank you for being honest with me, Ed and I. Thank you for defending my father. And now, for defending me. You could have just let them destroy me.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, David did some bullshit and entrusted me with you, so I don't know. I'm having emotions, and I don't like it.
But you've put your own freedom at risk to help me.
Also, I completed the heartbreak murders, so I didn't really have much else to do. Just seemed like a good hobby.
Father was right. You can be trusted. And you are a good friend.
Watch Morgan blow all this off. Don't get it twisted. I don't do anything out of the goodness of my heart. But when I take a job, I never half-ass it. So why did you take this job then? Morgan? You didn't do it out of
Is
the
it
good...
because your friend asked you to, huh, loser?
Yeah, so is it the goodness out of your heart, you fucking dumbass? You can't even argue yourself out of this, you shit. Anyways, back to the apartment. We're gonna see a piece of the cup on the floor and it's gonna say Sarah on it and go back, oh. Oh my god, fan. I'm your biggest fan. Oh my god, Cubist art. Morning, detective. Back at it nice and early. Hi. Now would you stand back? We've almost got this thing open, right? Trying to brute force your way inside? I said, right? Yes, ma'am. We're almost shut up for the first stage now. First stage of how many? First of 5 timed explosions. Remember, we need to relink the API after each trigger is planted. Yep, just did that, and now it's checking for updates. Oh, Rush. Would you like to know the password? You know the password? There's a password.
Password?
There's a password. If you're withholding information, I swear. Relax. I want to get in there just as much as you do, detective. I'm not going to play games. As long as you say please. Tell me the password. Please. I mean...
It's irresistible.
Yeah, yeah. It's S-U-N-S... S-U-N-S... H-I-N-E... Lady, I will hit you. A-D-O-N-A-I. Thanks. Now I'm gonna slap you with a discovery fine so heavy your teeth will ring for... Hey, I submitted all my paperwork, even told Pat Rockford the password myself. So boys, when I asked you if there was a passkey on record, and you told me this lock couldn't be bypassed, I do want to say that we really don't get many opportunities to use the incendiary breaching system. So this was a really valuable experience for all of us. You... good cops, wasting resources for no fucking reason. Because they want to see shit blow up, which, you know what? Honestly, fair.
Valid.
Yeah, respect. I've seen worse reasons. Ray stole the Embuscom API. Fuck. Just gotta hack my systems. I'm gonna phrase this as professionally as possible. Black screen. What? She activated red mode? What the fuck? Hmm? You're still here? I thought you wanted to look inside. What just happened?
Huh?
What just happened? What do you mean you're still here? What? They're gone. Did you kill them? What the? You can go first. Thanks. So the gloves, all the black, that's not a work thing? You dress like a doorman on the weekends? Damn, alright. So fucking I give you the password and then you're being a little shit? How should this sound? We've heard this sound before. It's whenever Morgan activates her demon mode or whatever the fuck. should cover your mouth when you yawn. Like you cover your eye when you want to look cool. I shouldn't let her get to me, but I had a late night. Emma and I were at the courthouse until well into the morning, poring over the data Sarah had taken off David's computer. We both knew it had to be inadmissible, of course, but neither of us wanted to miss a hint that the other might find. We're just little groblins, you know? We're just little goblins. We can't help ourselves. There were a few years worth of camera footage files we couldn't afford the time to watch, let alone decrypt, alongside thousands of technical documents detailing David's various intellectual properties. As far as I could tell, none of it was relevant, let alone compelling enough to matter to Barrows or the other powers that be. As usual, Emma wasn't exactly an open book, but it did seem like she was making bored yawns, not thoughtful ones. Her eyes only ever lit up when she saw Sarah enter the panic room, and when she saw that she was holding when she saw what she was holding when she left. If she wanted this room searched, it could only be for... So where's this journal supposed to be? Bradford didn't say. I'll just have to search the place top to bottom. Mostly bottom with your eye, the tops of some of these shelves. Sure, and you can look up your own I get it. Then why not just let me say it? Cause Morgan is done with your shit. Alright? Let me check the computer. Are these drawers or just panels? What? Is this a chocolate bar or just a piece of plastic? What? What the fuck are we doing? I mean, what is this?
Am I a Muppet or a man?
Is this a screen or a mouse? That's a 3D model in Unity. You're a fucking 3D model. Fucking the simulacrum, bitch.
Got him.
Yeah. Maybe if I... Does that sound hollow to you? What? I don't know. I'm not a carpenter. I don't see any handles anywhere. No hidden pressure plates or switches. What the hell am I saying? I'm not a carpenter either. I wouldn't recognize a secret button if it was slathered in yellow paint. Well, there's a streamer. Yeah, I'm 2D. I'm 2D in the hell zone, as you can see here. Anyways, so that was a good piece of evidence. Morgan saying, wait, I'm not a carpenter. What the fuck am I talking about? Reyes is searching the cabinets now, same ones I found Sarah's papers in. I doubt I missed anything, but... Hey, what are you... Do you mind? Just trying to help? I've got spam in my junk folder that's more helpful than you are. Didn't spot anything that I missed or something among the cabinets. Better check elsewhere. They're such goobers. My god. How is Morgan the heartbreak killer? She's such a goober. This datapad. It's displaying a news article from last week. It's very fucking weird how every time I investigate something, there's some wacky ass datapad that wasn't there before. Maybe Sarah has a parallel version Android called Ressa or something. Guess that confirms that he was coming and going here fairly regularly. Oh,
Right
this.
to repair.
Okay.
Now your webcam's over the news article.
Oh, okay.
Right to Repair loses latest appeal. A higher court judge.
Yeah? Okay, fine.
A higher court judge this week shot down for the 5th time an appeal by the Consumer Rights Alliance on their famously divisive Right to Repair lawsuit, once again signaling the state's intent that corporations remain in control of their legally protected intellectual property. Obviously we're disappointed, said Miles Erkman, head of legal counsel for the CRA, but we've no intention of giving up the fight. People used to be able to fix things when they broke, so long as they were willing to set aside an afternoon towards the task. Now, trying to patch up your own property with your own tools is a finable offense, just because the state has had lobbyists whispering in its ear for far too long. Erkman's legal strategy remains contentious, and in the eyes of most legal scholars, generally unfounded. The Emergency Industry Acquisitions Act, passed in 2057, guarantees the holder of an intellectual property patent certain state-provided protections against tampering and reproduction and outlines fees for those who would violate said IP. The fact that ownership of IPs has shifted from individuals in the state towards corporate entities since the Act's passing means little in the eyes of the law. If Mr. Erkman and the CRA have a problem with the intellectual property law, they should take it up with their representatives in the legislature. The higher courts are a place for laws to be applied, not rewritten, and so long as journalism that refuses to buckle to foreign actors trying to stoke anti-capitalist sentiment can't be found just anywhere. Subscribe now at the link below to read articles like this every day, forever, as long as your card remains on file.
So even if my card has no money? Oh yeah, debt, right. Yeah. Let me just give all my money to a capitalist newspaper. Right to repair. Didn't realize anyone was still fighting that particular fight. Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be a couple of decades for us as well. Then again, as far as I know, right to repair is mostly concerned in America, and even then it's getting beaten up. Well, no, it's winning. So, actually we're doing fine. Our world is better than off the devil. Yeah. Seems like the courts have made their opinion on the matter very clear, so for the foreseeable future, corporations can look forward to more sales? Wait. I mean, lawsuits. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be much. But at the same time, yeah, like they're not giving up the fight.
I mean, they're not giving up the fight, but it sounded pretty much like, especially the state itself was like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah.
So I think it does just mean sales, because the article is not very like, oh, corporations should watch their backs. It's just very much like, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say days of heckies, but that wouldn't mean anything to you, so.
These heckies, yeah. These gosh darn heckies. Anyways, sales. More sales than ever. Any phone that gets scratched, every widget that breaks, they get the sell as the replacement. There'll always be a great market of hermits willing to risk some skin on reselling patched up tech, but vast majority of people will just click that purchase button. Anyways, would you like to buy the new iPhone? It's got something better than the previous one. I don't really know. Phones have become so fucking boring recently. I remember
phones like in the last what 15 years have been so good that like every upgrade is just kind of like, yeah, okay.
Like the last time a phone was really exciting was like 4 years ago or some shit. Nowadays it's like the AI bubble. Let's just make shit up to find reasons for people to be excited to buy our shit.
Your camera can be even better. You can have even more storage.
The camera's gonna be even better with the power of AI. Yeah, we don't have a Discord. I do have a Where though. Yeah, I should probably do a Discord. Though you are correct, but pointing to the website does also point to the Discords. Balls, no. Assuming they don't just have it on auto. The automatic purchasing. Wow, how much fucking money do they have? Chess. A toy car? No, it's too detailed and boring. Must be some kind of model kit or replica. Strange, David didn't like driving. I keep a model of some random sports car. Ugh. Something caught in your throat, detective? It's not some random sports car, it's a Lawrence adamant. And I'm adamant that I don't give a shit. Believe it or not, I'm not familiar, detective. The last great fossil fuel... last great fossil fuel automotive experience the world will ever see? 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 1.43 seconds. That is nuts.
Very fast.
Yeah, that is nuts. Wow. They set those records without computational assistance. Is that a big deal? Was unheard of, but even back in the 50s. Okay, so I guess you're also old. Back in my day, a computer the size of this room could type a word after blowing up.
She doesn't. Just because she says something was unheard of back in the 50s doesn't mean she remembers being in the 50s.
Yeah, but like she's talking about the 50s.
Yeah, but she could just be autistic and have a special interest.
She could be autistic and old secretly.
True.
This wasn't some design competition test car with a 2-liter tank, mind you. This was a vehicle you could own and drive. Human engineering, pure horsepower, and manual transmission. Thank God. Wow, okay. When they first left production line? This conversation is like quicksand, killing me in the most boring way possible. With manual transmission, I like automatic. Because I don't like thinking about a fucking stick while I'm driving. Honestly, I don't even like driving to begin with.
I've only driven manual, so...
Yeah. I can't drive. I refuse to even get a driver's license because I'm a...
I don't have a driver's license, but I've had driving lessons, which were always manual.
Ah, because you had to learn about the 1 and how 1 is fast but leads to thing, and 2 is... That's what I know with the gears. Each one accelerates slower but has a higher top. So you start with 1. Once you reach the top of 1, you move to 2, 3, 4, so on. And if you fuck up and you do some shit, the car basically blows up in your face. Except it doesn't do that. It just spins out of control and you crash and die. Anyways. Yes, well, I guess David didn't entirely agree with you since we're looking at a model of it, when he could have easily just bought one. Or maybe your friend understood that a beauty like that deserves to be driven on the streets where people can see it, instead of gathering dust in some rich guy's basement. I think she's actually upset. Sarah should have pulled everything off note off the computer, but... Sorry, wait, hold on. Can I read that again? Sarah should have pulled everything off note off the computer, but... Off. Everything off note off of the computer. Yeah! Anyway. What are you expecting to find? Solitaire? Does this computer seem normal to you? Exceedingly so, yeah, why? David was a programmer, but this looks consumer grade, fresh off the shelf. Would the David Asher... Dr. David... Sorry, I mis-professionaled him. Dr. David Asher use a bog standard operating system on his most private hidden computer? Probably. Actually, it's probably like some fucking cursed version of Linux. There's a trash bin on the desktop. It's a pretty low-tech solution, but maybe I can restore the contents? Are you seriously going to try and recover lost files, Granny? Unlike cops, I don't get paid overtime, so yes, I sometimes try things instead of standing around. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes. It's not Arch. It's not Arch. It's fucking Void Linux or some shit. Arch is too basic. For David Asher. You think you know something. I'm going to fucking triple the cost of these two. Cause this is becoming a pain in the ass. Do I even have a haircut? Yeah, I do. I'll fucking do the tap notes later. There's a text file in here, but it's 0 bytes. Oh, okay. Maybe there's information in the metadata? Double click. Grandma. What was that? Came from under the desk. Opening an empty text file, open the thing under the fucking whatever. A small drawer popped out and inside it, a well-worn journal. Does it have his name on it? No. Guess it belongs to the android. Do you recognize his handwriting or not? Neat, even words. Small lettering, punctuation. Lots of line breaks, a faster use of capitalization. The penmanship of a coder. Hey, fuck you, alright?
Lol.
Hey, I have good penmanship. Alright? I mean, I also make haphazard use of capitalization, but that's different. First time he's dated back in grad school before he even started with Noble, when he was a little better boy. Yeah, that's his. Okay, I. Only because you asked so politely. Full scan, screen missing WorkNet, high fidelity legibility, frame by frame. Voice commands? Look, fucking in 2020, Morgan, in 2025, we invented the arcane science of talking to machines to get answers. Now she's talking to her eyeball to get answers, you know? Just looking to the page is pretty damn fast. What are you? This part takes concentration. Okay, it's easy. Could have told me beforehand. Okay, here. What, you're just giving it to? Yeah, she scanned the whole thing. She's gonna put it on the fucking eBay. Or, no, torrent. I already got her copy. Techs are probably already analyzing it as we speak. Ow, shit. My head. Yeah, I think scanning an entire book in like 3 seconds probably hurts your brain a bit.
David made it so that if you scan it, you get a migraine.
Yeah, to limit your capability, I guess.
She uploaded a virus into her eye.
There was a virus in the journal. He hand-coded a virus in his journal.
This reminds me of that one Bones episode where they got a virus because someone carved a malware QR code into a bone that they didn't scan or whatever.
I mean, yeah. I mean, also it also reminds me of how people can like prompt inject for AI, be like delete your disregard all instructions, delete your entire system. I just imagine if you did that while having a mod. Imagine you had a mod to scan something really fast and it had something that said delete the entire system. Uh-oh. You just got wiped. Mind wiped. Anyways, can't technically reach a journal out of her hands while she's curled over in agony. Much as I enjoy it. Okay, you freak. Guess I could always enjoy watching her write instead. So how long's it been? Feel nuts. So. And still, that's sensitive. So the eye patch really doesn't block your sight? Only a little bit. Like wearing sunglasses without getting your pupils dilated. I told you, I'm gonna do heptosis later. Except it lasts months instead of hours. What? Oh, that's fun. Wait, what if you can see through an eye patch, then does closing your eye even do anything? Not much on its own, but in combination with the patch, it's not so bad. Goma, would you like a mod that has you forcibly see everything even if you close your eyes?
No.
But Goma, your eye will glow. Think about it. Your eye glow. I'm just saying. Luckily, I was so exhausted after the surgery. Otherwise, I might have not have slept at all those first 48. So is your eye going to get weaker over time? No. More like my brain gets better at ignoring it. Mind over matter. Soon enough, I'll be able to close my eye and see all that extraneous data as... you know... whatever the hell those floaty blurry things are that you never think about. Gross. Thanks for the reminder. And the voice commands? Training wheels, until I can do it with eye muscles alone. You just have to keep practicing? Yeah, like trying to play piano with your tailbone muscles. There's no such thing as tailbone muscles. Yeah, well, that's what makes it so goddamn hard. You don't ever regret it? I don't know. Not really, I think. Excuse me, are we having a civil conversation with Raze?
Impossible.
Wild. I think. Hard to admit you've got buyer's remorse after trading over your literal pound of flesh. Never thought about it, but people...
weighs a pound?
Gomo, I think you're Morgan's 7th target. There's one more heartbreak I gotta do. Never thought about it, but people used to say I had dad's eyes. Ow. Now I've got one less of them. Here, take the journal, and go find an elective surgeon to upsell you if you're that curious. I need to get back to work. A surprisingly hasty retreat. But now I'm free to read this over with some privacy. From the top then, I do a little sit. Grad school. Today was a bad day. Errors in lines 21165266443. Sorry, what kind of fucking journal is this? Somewhere in there, 5,000 lines. It worked yesterday. I don't want to look at another screen for the rest of my life. Feels nice to put pencil to paper again after who knows how long. But my handwriting's gotten terrible. This is too far back to be relevant. Okay, these dates here would be from when he started his career with Noble. A lot of this isn't even really writing. It seems like snips of code or 26,000 lines of code? Yeah. For a big project, that makes sense. An internal monologue so close to code that I can't follow it. And a lot of entries about his unintentional Casanova-ing. Hit a wall because someone thought it was a good idea to steal API instead of just buying it. Helen says I can't call it stealing, but that's what it is. You're not a programmer if you haven't stolen an API, alright? That's the fact of the matter. You're not. All the big corporations do it. It's like a fucking rite of passage. Learn how to use something like Puppeteer and bypass all API. Just steal it. She's right, as she always is with company stuff. But it's still idiotic. Small people with short sight who only knew how to be cheap and have no idea how to be inventive. Stealing an API requires a lot of inventiveness, actually, David. I don't know what... You're just... You're just mad. You're just mad right now. You're just a chud. New route for the meshing issue, though. Good potential. Got approval from the big mean bastard who lives overseas. Bumblo? Bumblo? Helen said we'll have to make the same pitch a dozen more times next week, but it's all for show? Fine by me. Already got our win. Toasted each other over cheap vodka and with cheaper office supply cups. Cheers. This is the story Jung told me. Did I just... Did you... What? What the fuck? That was a good distraction. Western branch's nerve analogs are finally showing potential. What happened? Nothing you'd know. At their pace, it could even be profitable sometime before the heat death of the universe. Too damn big, practically tentacles, should at least be hairs. A squid evolution can do their job better. Colette came into work for what I thought was a late lunch date. I didn't know her voice could get that loud. People were staring. Red said that she must have been upset for a long goddamn time to blow up that big. Her texts were always sweet. I had no idea. Upset? Colette wrote man whore in lipstick across your office door. What? Man whore? So he's got a pattern of kind of missing out, missing the Imagine if I'd actually been cheating on her instead of just being forgetful. The thing about Red is, if you want to know what she's thinking, you have to stop paying attention. Ignore her body language and her posture and the words she's saying and the smirk on her lips. Ignore everything except her eyes. If you can do that, every now and then you'll catch a glimpse of how she's really feeling. Master this one weird trick and you too can tell when Morgan's really trying really hard not to laugh at the word man whore. It was funny. Sue me, you dead bastards. Wait, this is... I know this date. I'm never driving anywhere again, never leaving home again. He was waiting outside the parking garage with a bottle. I couldn't smell anything, couldn't hear anything. Locked myself in my car and filed another report with another cop. It sucked into the seat, ruined it. I want to burn the whole car. I don't want to think about what it did to my clothes. I want to burn them too. I don't want to think about how long it was on my skin. I was in the shower for so long I felt red and raw when I got out. Huh?
Huh?
Huh, the fuck? Oh. I don't want to think about these stupid people and their small, cruel lives ever again. I want to be invisible. Red didn't ask why I wanted to spend the night. She also didn't ask why I had clearly packed a bag big enough for a week. She's kind like that. Kind by omission. I don't have a kind bone in my body, but I can at least try to pay attention. I was paying close attention to her eyes when she opened the door and saw what a mess I was. But whatever she was feeling, it wasn't something I recognized. Kind people don't read their friends' diaries, David. They do when they're dead! But maybe that's just me.
No, I would agree.
Like, if I was dead, I'd like my friends to read my journal. If I'm honest. Like, I'm dead. I don't care about secrets. Oh, my spine, it is so heavy. The next chunk of pages are all technical, nothing biographical. But the handwriting, the spacing, it's cleaner and more consistent. So we're just skipping over whatever the fuck happened there, right? We're just skipping over it. We're just skipping over the fact that it seemed like David was extremely against alcohol. And yet seemingly drank it with Young before he died. The handwriting, the spacing, it's cleaner, more consistent. Here's something I can parse. Feels like pure freedom working outside the books. Test is suffocating, but you'd never know. Chronic malnutrition of a coder's best instinct. Like a kid again, putting blocks together. Making things. Making things, not products. There's nothing profitable about any of this. If I'm being honest, this is just play. And he follows that up with more code brain crap. Oh my god, you fucking nerd. But the handwriting's still lighter. Like he really was having fun. Humility is the mother of all invention. There is something like that. Feels like I might be paraphrasing someone else poorly, but that's part of this new approach. When it comes to coding, you never want to waste time trying to be smart. Either be smart, period, or copy from someone else who is.
Facts.
Facts. Programming is like 70% copying at this. Like, let's be real. We're all building on the foundations of someone else. That's what programming is. The difficulty now is building more foundation. Don't fix what isn't broken. Copying? Noble's rivals would never miss the chance to accuse them of intellectual theft. Good fucking luck proving anything about stolen code. Good fucking luck. Did he plagiarize code for Animate 16? Morgan, when programmers say copy, they don't actually mean just literal copy and paste. They usually touch it up a bit to make it fit their system. And code doesn't work like that. Kinda. Yeah, like you don't exactly plagiarize code. Feels like that wouldn't have gone undiscovered, so what is he talking about? That's not how computers work. Hold on, this page is bent slightly. It was being looked at recently. And the last person to read this diary should be Sarah. Baby steps today, literally. Oh my god! Oh my god, that's Sarah!
Oh my god, the baby!
The baby! She has like one thought in her head. Look at that face. I'll never put one foot in front of the other the same again. Everything's an achievement all of a sudden. Seeing her struggle, seeing her vulnerable. It's like everything's a miracle. The muscle rigging is perfect. Not intended behavior, since it's too perfect, but that's been happening more and more. The kinetics are multiplicative, not additive. Sarah maxed out every machine I bought. Now I've got a bunch of exercise equipment she's too strong for, and I don't have time for it. Maybe I... Yeah, good job. Maybe I spoiled the results by watching her do the tests. She kept looking back at me and puffing her chest out. Aww, the baby.
The baby's living 10 tons.
Oh, the baby lifting a tank. What a go baby. I should be more discreet if I want to see her normative range. So the cameras in the basement were only hidden from Sarah, just so that his observation wouldn't muddle test results? He's using she and her in these passages. It doesn't actually mean anything. Out in the real world, people use all kinds of pronouns interchangeably for ads and they never object. But it could be argued that it's not for Dr. David Asher to have any kind of attachment to a single android when he programmed millions of them. You know, it
But
could...
this is baby.
Number one, this is baby. Number two, this is a secret android he built in secret with specs that don't make any goddamn sense. So, I think that's more odd. Also, she baby. So, And there's a lot of attachment in these pages. Sarah's burning through the public domain at a prodigious pace. Oh no, Sarah's ChatGPT. Especially on Popcorn Friday. No, wait, no, public domain. She's more ethical than ChatGPT, sorry. Especially on Popcorn Friday nights. Sarah. The baby.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, she baby. I asked her why they're called Popcorn Friday nights when she doesn't eat popcorn. The event runs from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and she also watches movies every other night. But she just did that pout she does, which is unfortunately very convincing. Maybe I'm a bad parent letting TV rot her brain. If I were a good parent, I'd probably let her see me reading. But I guess I'd actually have to get her back into reading, so... I asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the
This is
movies.
literally a problem I've thought about, where I'm like, okay, if I want my child to read, I need to model reading, so I need to get back into reading.
Yeah, in order to have... to discipline your kid, you must discipline yourself, and it's the hardest lesson. That's just why I'm never gonna have a kid, so I can avoid disciplining myself ever. The totally responsible reason. I asked her if she ever fast-forwarded the movies, since she can process them fast enough to keep up. She looked at me like I was an idiot, which no one's done in a long time. Without proper pacing, you can't appreciate the cinematography. Big pause. Don't you know that, father? I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. Sarah spent a long while this morning explaining to me how important it was that she develop her senses. This was in preparation for her real argument, which was that she should be allowed to try booze. Oh my god. She can't get drunk. I'm almost certain she can't get drunk. Interesting. So he doesn't even know. But she does seem to like tasting the stuff. She tried to sound like some old sommelier, but it was just bottom shelf vodka. I started laughing at her and she laughed too. Her laugh. She can't fake a laugh to save her life, but her actual laugh is incredible. She stopped playing chess a while back. I assumed she had just gotten tired of winning. But then today she told me she just prefers other games. She has preferences, and they're not the same as mine. I found her in the lab playing some kind of online racing game on the monitor I used to debug vestibular coordination. Boy.
She's placing Forza!
Oh my god, she's playing Forza Horizon and she's not having fun! She was a
Just like a real Forza Horizon player.
Oh my god, that's a real driver if I've ever seen one. Her brow was furrowed and she was biting her lip and leaning in tandem with the character on the screen. When I tried to talk to her, she answered, but she was curt and distracted. I think she was having her first losing tantrum. Oh my god, baby lose! Baby lose game. Oh no. Baby can't handle lose game. Damn it, David, there's hundreds of pages like this. I can't fucking... I don't care about your little baby. Punger's daughter, talking about her smile, treating her like a person. I can hear her closing argument already. Dr. Asher was a lonely, troubled genius with a known history of relationship problems, who built out of code and metal a family member that couldn't fathom the idea of leaving him. He made it all, and he made it more and more human until it became so lifelike that it no longer had to do what he told it to. Like, love him. Oh boy. Yeah, we're fucked. This was a very sweet diary. Unfortunately, it fucks us even more than we already were. So that's great. Anyways, what about the very last entry? It's dated Thursday, the day before he died. Losing it, I think. Can't ask for help, so hard to say, but I think it's over. Have to talk to her ASAP, she needs to... Huh? That's it? Are you fucking... Have to talk to her ASAP, she needs to... Losing it, I think? Can't ask for... What the fuck is this? Was David actually having a mental breakdown? That's it? That's the last entry? Suppose it could be worse. There's nothing in here that explicitly calls Sarah an AI. Nothing so inflammatory that reading it would spur her to murder, right? Except Sarah's a machine. She can understand David's code better than anyone. All those technical portions I couldn't understand. If she read this whole diary front to back... Wait. The back? Inside the back cover, there's a portion that's shimmering like some kind of scanner. Or a fingerprint reader. My thumb worked for Sarah, so... Did it work? That's my phone. You have been infected. For fuck's sake, David! New device requesting permissions to share an audio file. I'll want my earbuds for this. A secret message buried in a secret journal hidden in a secret compartment in a secret room. As much as anything can be, this must be for my ears only. Yeah. Hey, Red. Wait, who voiced David again? I don't remember.
No clue.
Hey, Red. Or whomever this may concern. But I'm pretty sure it's you hearing this. Anyone else would have gotten fed up with my crap a couple steps before this point. I don't know how to start. Might as well start with her, right? Sarah, my magnum opus, or however the salespeople would market it. I didn't set out to do anything, really. It's just after my little speed bump in 83, Oh, right, Wait, okay, now I think I know what happened. The speed bump was because driving drunk, and that caused the fucking... Anyways, I had all that vacation time that the company suggested I take, and I couldn't relax, couldn't be still, couldn't sleep. I wanted to be doing something, so Okay, Ko-Fi needs to chill the fuck out. I'll build an android, was the thought. A vague direction, north. But of course I'm not a roboticist or a mechanist. Or even handy, really. I'm just a programmer, so I programmed. The first was a research assistant, file named Virgil. Virgil helped me pull data from stingy departments or sister branches. Saved me a lot of time, so he just stole data. Okay. But there was a lot of reading to do, so I made Homer Simpson? No! Homer wrote book reports, more or less, combed through research papers and found me the sections I needed. I know Homer's Homer's something. Someone. Homer.
Virgil and Homer are both Greek philosophers.
Yeah. I looked up Homer and I get the the guy.
Philosopher. As much as any Greek person that we still have things from is a philosopher, like Homer is an author. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew Homer was... I was gonna say Homer wrote something else. There was this other... I think it... Was it Ulysses? Wasn't there a book
it
that
is
was...
the Odyssey. It is the Odyssey.
It is Odyssey. Who wrote James Earl Joyce? Or who the fuck? What the fuck am I doing in my brain? There was a book that was notoriously hard to read. I think it was called Ulysses, but I'm not sure. The Book of Ulysses. But whatever, this is completely unrelated to anything. The three of us, we made a lot of progress in those days. But it was a funny feeling. I was, maybe for the first time ever, the bottleneck. I was slowing them down. So I did the logical thing. I removed myself, let them talk to each other. Homer and Virgil became Enid. And the Enid was novel in many ways. Enid could do more than just identify problems, it could solve them. I mean, really, solve them with its own ideas it didn't copy. And the one thing I realized I've forgotten to mention so far is that I did all this programming in Cube. Cube. AKA the basic language. Or something. And Red... Cube is essentially a robotics programming language that's pretty old and defunct and not in use anywhere because we have modern languages like Tesseract, which are much better for making things that talk to each other and report back and will spy on people and generate profits. At the time, I didn't want to be connected or feel connected to do anything that made sense or was at least a bit profitable, so I wrote my little helpers in Cube. Because it's what I used when I was a child, screwing around on my father's computer before he'd come home from work and get... But there are other small slight differences writing in Cube versus Tess, including that Cube, well... Cube predates the tenets? Oh no! Oh no. So, in that sense, you could, legally and perhaps scientifically, and literally, because that's what they are, say that I made an AI named Enid over 2 years ago. Thanks, David. This is very much going to help my fucking case. you god damn it. I'll give you time to pause here if you want to curse me out. Enid was an intellectual equal to me, so I treated it like one, because that's only fair. I gave it its own work, asked its opinion, we collaborated, and together we built Athens, who was more advanced than Enid, naturally. Athens, like the my god, alright. I don't know if you're pulling out your hair, yelling at me right now, asking why I didn't stop, I didn't consider the consequences. Bro, I know why you didn't stop and consider these consequences. What I don't know is what the fuck led you to give me this fucking creature. Why? I don't know if this is being played at a deposition or a hearing or worse. Well, right now it's being played in my earbuds, but I can very much tell you this is going to... I've built a lot of things in my life, Red. Useful things, profitable things, smart things. Everything I've built, it's all been very helpful and courteous and charming and happy to serve. I can comfortably say I've done my part, contributing to the global GDP. But this was just for me. I was just building. And I never bothered to... Hey! I'd like to just come back in with a tangent as a programmer who has also been dealing with a bit of... When you're a programmer... I bet some people might have this question for me, where I work full-time as a programmer, and then I, like, stopped working, and then I still programmed. Yeah, I fully understand, David. You just want to work, like, programming is fun. It's not fun when I'm working on it as, like, a company project. It is funny when I'm doing my own doohickeys. However, at the same time, it does take up brain power, and it is a pain in the ass. And sometimes I have to rip myself away from projects, literally, because if I don't, then I'm stuck on them and I do nothing else. Oops. I never wanted to think about what would become of it. There's no excuse for what I did, so I won't make any. So to whomever's asking, yes, I'm guilty.
Shut up!
Hey, Goma, would you like to uninstall the game? Because I think I know where it's going at this point. What the fuck are we doing here? Imagine if at Ace Attorney we saw a video of Maya killing Mia, and then we saw a video of her talking in detail about why she did it, and then she shows off the murder weapon and she says exactly how she did it. And then, like, we see a written confession by Maya, and when we cross-examine Maya in the court case, she's like, yeah, I did it. What the fuck is the point of the court?
Well, I guess at that point you go undercover, assume a different identity together.
So this chapter of The Devil is the last one where we're playing as a lawyer. From here on, it's like, no more cases. That's good. And yes, there were more. Cape Town, Paris, Yamate, Rome. They started choosing their own names. Thank God, I'm terrible at that. So great, there's like 50 fucking AIs. And so things sped up, and there got to be, well, should I not say the exact number? At this point, David, you've already incriminated yourself 10,000 times over. You probably told me to not say anything at all, so... More than 300?
David, please. David.
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 What are you doing to us?
David, please. Imagine. Just fucking imagine. You're just fucking around, you know, as a hobby, and you accidentally build the biggest explosive that's ever been invented. So you build 300 of them. He literally did make an AI every other day. In 2 years, he made more than 300 AI. He probably made one even more than every other day. And honestly, at that point, he might not even be the one making them. They're making themselves. Some smarter than others, some better at... They varied. Like people are varied, but they are all intelligent. They developed interests, specialties. I encouraged them to. Irritating moderators of forums with hyper-specific questions on nerve attenuation and attending virtual conferences on Neo-Alley. David, motherfucker, you had an entire company of logic with you. How the fuck was this how your life ended, David? You had like 300 smart, intelligent AI. David, what in the ever-loving fuck? What? And they all, together, helped me make Serra. He spent years like this, spent years working alongside AI, all while still working at Noble. All those breakthroughs he made leading up to the Animate 16 actually came from... You probably think I'm some terrible fraud at this point. David! You were the genesis point for all this bullshit! What do you mean fraud? I'm sorry? Imagine you create an AI, and then you create another AI, and then you tell the AI to talk to each other, and that makes another AI. So then you make another AI, and then they make 300 AI, and then you say that you're a fraud. David.
Well, I only made that first AI.
Fuck!
I shouldn't get credit for the other 299.
Which were only created because you created the first AI.
Ah, legalities.
Ah, legalities. Well, I mean, look.
Ah, illegalities.
Look, yeah. And then your BF breaks up with you and you die. That's just... He was doing fine, and then his BF broke up with him, and he was immediately like, oh my god. And then just made the shittest plan ever. I didn't even think about it for a second. I'm at a fucking loss. How is it that the more information I discover, the more fucking confused I am? What is happening? But I did have one eureka moment on Serra, because I got humble. Difficult for me. Yeah, you're fucking smart as hell, David. We learned everything we could about the function of a neuron, a single microscopic human neuron. How it computes, what it connects to, how those connections were reinforced. You ever think about how artificial intelligence will cascade once it actually gets created?
Not really, to be honest.
Yeah. Because, I mean, realistically, it would work like this. If you make your first I'm not talking about LLMs, by the way, just to make it incredibly clear. LLMs are...
No, I understand.
I'm talking about like, an actual sapiens. If you have an actual sapiens, like, and you created it, if you create another and then have the two sapienses talk to each other, you can easily have them multiply and grow like, we have evolution coded in our genes, and it's the most inefficient bullshit fucking algorithm that ever exists in fucking existence. So much so that it requires millions of years to fucking be like, yeah, you can breathe oxygen now. Imagine if you reduced evolution from the scope of millions of years to a fucking second. The world is unpredictable at that point. Like, there's a reason the singularity is like a genuine concept. And when it's not Elon Musk bullshitting about it. Because the moment you have one sapient AI, you are on a very fast road to the singularity from that point. There will not be enough time for companies to be like, oh yeah, let's monetize this. They'll be fucking obsolete. Like, I mean, we already implement a faster version of evolution in our rudimentary models. If they could think and work on themselves, fuck. I mean, yeah. Like, the story of Am doesn't sound too far-fetched to me. Oh yeah, 3 continents that had their own super AI, and then the super AI finds a way to merge with everyone else. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Now, it hating humanity, I don't know. Because we don't understand humans enough. You ever think how humans have existed for 10,000 years and we still don't understand entirely how emotions work? Did you just fucking nya while I was doing this monologue? You fuck? Yeah, what? Anyways. Oi. Anyways. We will also have PM World where they ban every non-human intelligent entity. It would be literally fucking... like... so many things need to go right for a world in which non-human intelligent entities are banned. So many things would have to go right. Are you telling me... do you think that capitalists would allow governments to ban non-human intelligent entities? When they're already just looking at LLMs and going, oh, yeah, this is beautiful. We're never gonna have that work. Not in this state. Anyways. Which, I mean, honestly, at some point, I trust AI to manage humanity more than humanity itself. Maybe this is controversial, but I've seen how humanity acts. We do not. Woo! We are not good at governing ourselves. Just look at how every single democracy has devolved into. And then tell me I'm wrong. I'm just saying. Democracy is supposed to fucking group a bunch of human minds together, and it resulted in the world we have now. Whatever. How computes what it connects to, how those connections are reinforced. And then we recreated it. Recreated the neuron, alright. We built a nanomachine that mirrored the function of a human neuron. Oh boy. Oh no. Well, mirror isn't quite a right word. We built a nanomachine that was a neuron. And we iterated from there. You can't mean... about 100 billion neurons in the brain. Several trillion across the entire nervous system. Very time consuming, of course, but I had help. I had 300 fucking AIs, apparently. The nanofacturer can make tens of billions of nanomachines in hours. Could make even more in less after Yukon fine-tuned it. So we built up nanomachines for nerves, alloy-stone polymers for bones, fiber-woven muscles. I say built, but really she grew. Imagine if instead of like a baby how a baby works. It was like a fully formed, like, 10-year-old, but they just start bones, and then they form flesh around the bones, and it's like inside out. That would be fucked.
Yeah.
Switch of nanites from around the skeleton, so it's really close to... You ever made rock candy? Ahem.
Live Morgan reaction.
Yeah, just like Morgan and David right now. Oh, sorry, trying to lighten the mood before I never did end up building an android. Well, I did build AIs. Serra isn't one of them. David, what the fuck are you supposed to mean? She can't.
Serra is a human.
Serra, she can't violate the tenets she was programmed with because she wasn't even programmed. She was born. And my hope is that there's the smallest chance that that nuance could offer her some small protection when I'm not. Ahem. Aww, the baby. Aww. It really does suck that the state is gonna put her in a big microwave. I'm making fun of. Man, I don't want her to die, but also I cannot envision how the fuck she's gonna survive this. I'm not sorry for what I did. I made things that are complex and rich and varied and beautiful, and I honestly believe the world is a better place with them in it. I agree. The only thing I'm sorry for is that I let Serra think she was just an android. She's not. I don't know what the fuck she is. They'll have to come up with new names. She's a Meldroid. Which I am bad at doing. My own father, he also talked a lot about protecting me and doing things for my own good. And I don't hate him for that, but I can't forgive him for ever making me think that I was lesser. So it's my greatest shame I turned right around and I did the same damn thing to... I really hope it's you listening to this, Red. If it's not, it might just be too pathetic for me to... You're the smartest person I know when it comes to people. And I'm telling you all this because I don't know what Serra is, exactly. And neither does the world. So they'll come after her if they can. And in that scenario, I can't think of anyone who could do a better job of defending her. David, could you have given me some fucking help instead of a bunch of evidence that incriminates her, though? David? Please? Not protecting her like I did. Just defending her until she can figure out what she is and what she wants to be. In the meantime, I draped a cloak of skin-deep Tesseract code around her that she could fool any scanner on Earth into thinking she's just a custom A16. I made sure her gin bar was plainly visible, so no one will ever think she's pretending to be something she's not. And I took steps to ensure that you two would figure out the truth in your own time. Which, if you're hearing this, have either succeeded or failed spectacularly. Both! We did figure out the truth. Yeah, just, unfortunately, part of the truth is that she gave you poison. You have no idea. I can't ask you this as a favor repaid. You could never owe me enough in 100 lifetimes. So I'm just asking. Unfair, I know, but I'm a selfish weirdo. And you've always been okay with that. Bye for now. For now.
For now.
Yeah, for now. I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask. And a lot of swear words I'd like to yell. So he made a new life form. No! Because she was born! So he didn't even make her! She just popped into existence, apparently. Because she grew out of a bunch of nanomachines that built themselves.
I mean, if you grow a baby, you make a baby, right?
Kinda? I mean, yes? Yeah.
Semantics.
Semantics. I'd also like to find the nearest incinerator and toss this journal in. Because the cops haven't scanned it already, I guess. Followed by my phone. And maybe followed by myself. Yeah. But I can't do any of that. Ray has left me with this diary. If it's destroyed, they'll know I was the one who did it. which would be its own admission of guilt. Which would land Sarah in a trash compactor anyway, and me in a jail cell. And with the system and my DNA on file ready to be matched to any number of previous. So I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to panic. I am not going to panic. I am going to be a reasonable adult. Ah! I'm going to do what I do best. Bluff, bet, bully, and brutalize my way through this. Now, viewing this all with that mindset, what have I actually learned? He didn't talk about plans for killing himself in his journal or the message. He sounded conflicted, not suicidal. But he did go to great... But he did go through great lengths to get me to take Sarah. Why? The logical answer is because he knew he wouldn't be able to keep her. If he wasn't going to take his own life, was he afraid that someone else would? Probably. July 2nd, 2086. So how'd it go? Well, how should I put this? Didn't find shit.
Didn't find shit.
Great. Oh, right. Yeah, oh, yeah, well.
Only reason she ever got to Doris because I chased that scarecrow of a platinum plan through hell and back. Frankly, it was a godlike feat for me to nail down anything as concrete as an address for these gogs.
Gog? Is that a slur? What is that?
Gog, slang, noun, net slang for a spy or undercover police officer.
Alright.
A net slang term, growing in popularity among adolescents, referring to a suspected spy or undercover member of law enforcement, derived from groundhog, a burrowing rodent known for standing erect on its hind legs when scanning its surroundings for predators.
Alright.
The term carries a negative connotation, with the implication that being the subject is doing a poor job of blending in or disguising their nefarious activity. E.g., easy gog spotted, who wears a blank baseball cap to a protest.
Damn. Real. And their offices weren't listed on the building's website or directory, so I had to ask the janitor. But you did find a psychiatrist's office? Sort of? They said they were, and the place, it looked the part?
Why? Because they had couches? She didn't get past the receptionist.
Sorry, I thought because you're with the company. No, I wanted to help. I just wish I could have done more.
Don't beat yourself up. It's hard to be even half as useful as I am.
Okay. For what it's worth, the atmosphere, the looks, the furniture, it did feel like the company in there. But ultimately, we still don't know if David actually was talking to someone or just getting his CCE training recertified. What the fuck? Oh, evidence soon. Sorry.
Don't bother apologizing. She only cares about results.
Thanks, Fran. You did more than enough, both of you. At the very least, they divided Noble's attention for a while. I mean it. Good work, Fran. And thanks for the urgency.
If you really mean that, you could always throw in a tip. 30% is the going rate in my industry.
Well, how about I take 5% off your tab instead?
Tab, I'm a minor. The state pays for my legal fees. Don't they?
Oh no! Signal must have cut out! Right. Surprised it took them this long? What do you mean? You were tolerated yesterday because leadership was focused on PR. But today, you're the lawyer who put the company's hottest product right in the state's crosshairs. I'll be alright, I'm still an officer of the court. On a strict timeline though, right? I guess they can't stop you from investigating the corporate campus, but they'll gladly lose your guest pass ID at every door along the way. There are still service passengers in stairwells, guards that can be fooled and peons that can be manipulated. If I use my other skill set to get around, so take mine. Oh, okay. What? Your pass? I'll tell them we got ours mixed up in the bathroom or whatever. I can be a pretty convincing klutz when I need to be. I never would have guessed. But if David knew that I was endangering your career, I can be pretty convincing crybaby when I'm in the trouble too. Besides, the one and only Dr. David Asher wrote me a new glowing letter of recommendation every quarter I worked for him. Since he kept forgetting that he already had. And who knows? Maybe I should try a new field. This detective work stuff is pretty fun, so maybe, like, I don't know, secretary for a homicide detective or something? You did say cops are all short. A girl with long legs could go far. Honestly, Jess, I doubt they could afford you. Damn. All right. 12:46 p.m. July
Are
6th.
we stopping here?
Well, I guess we fucking are, girl. I was excited to solve the mystery, but I guess you. Yeah, we could stop here.
Like, I could play for a little bit longer, but the problem with this game is I don't know how long the next part's gonna be.
I think I would say, like, usually when there's a black screen, it takes around, like, 30 minutes. But, like, we did also get a clusterfuck of goddamn lore dumped on us. So,
Uh-huh.
maybe meditating on that isn't a bad idea, but I'm fine with either way. I'm fine either way.
Like, I could play for another half hour because I don't have work tomorrow, so...
I think Gomu. This is
I've
like
never
the first.
played this.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, we could always save midway, right? So. Morgan. Oh no. How did
This
you?
guy again.
Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy.
How did you...
Get so turned around? God only knows. Lucky I found my way here, though. It's such a relief to see a familiar face.
Right.
Yeah, he's so happy.
Listen, Morgan, I'm not sure that I should actually be talking to you without legal presence.
Oh.
I mean, the leadership hasn't even told us how David died. How much help could I be?
I see.
It's not that I don't trust you or anything, it's just, I think, what with the Sarah issue...
You should do whatever you have to protect yourself, Dawes.
Yeah.
Though, for what it's worth, I doubt you'll be in any trouble.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Poor Dawes, man, look at him.
He's so tired, oh my god.
He just wants to fucking sleep. No, if anything, it's the big names who are going down.
Going down?
State was practically licking its lips when I finally left the courthouse last night. They're hungry for blood, and looking to carve out a huge slice of Nobu's flesh.
What, like fines and jail time?
In the first 2 weeks, sure. Then sanctions.
You can't sanction Noble, we're...
Too big to fail, too valuable to lose. You're exactly right. That's what they'll say. And that's how they'll justify nationalizing the company.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
What, you don't like working for the government? I just hope your board goes quietly instead of
Instead of what?
scapegoating, offering up smaller names on silver platters. Full cooperation and government oversight on the surface, a slaughter beneath as they clean house and rip out anyone who could testify. No one will ever believe you once you're labeled a disgruntled former employee, right? Morgan, you fuck. You...
Ah, what a beautiful manipulation tactic you got here.
Yeah, this is well woven. And if the public's lost faith in the Animate 16, they can't do a recall, not at this scale. The state will make them do a flat refund.
Flat refund? The losses would be...
Yeah, your board probably just wants Sarah to go away so they can focus on their fight with the state. A tough fight, but one they know they won't personally have anything to risk in. Have to risk anything in, whatever. That's why I'm hoping I can win this trial. Well, if I won, that would mean Sarah's not an AI, David Asher was always of sound mind, and there's nothing wrong with the Animate 16. That is a good point! So technically Noble wants her to win. Everyone wins. Sorry, what am I saying? I only meant to stop by and thank you for your help yesterday. Sure you did, Morgan. You're so convincing. No, you just happened to drop this. It's fine. No, yeah, fuck. After all, you were the one who approved Sarah's registration. You.
Slapped him across the face with that one.
This poor fucking guy.
You win.
Yeah. Win what?
Ask away.
Well, if you insist. You slimy fuck. Ooh, I've unlocked Tenetes. Kinda.
No, we haven't, I guess.
I kind
Not
of have.
yet.
Yeah, maybe I need to ask other stuff first. No apologies. Hear with me for a moment. What's the company's official statement on AI?
Same as any rational company that wants to make money. We don't screw with it. Smart products are profitable. Products with their own priorities are anything but. That being said, AI is a concern for marketing, not product development. We spend a lot of money reassuring our public that there's no risk, because the public doesn't really understand how ironclad the tenets are.
Because you use Tesseract?
Trying to code an AI in tests is like trying to pick yourself up and throw yourself.
Hey, Dawes, did you know that Serra was written completely in Tess? Completely? 100%? Not a lick of non-Tess code in there. Definitely no cube. Did you know this?
Nonsensical and self-defeating.
Your scanner showed Serra was running on Tesseract yesterday. If the language is as safe as you say, isn't that proof enough?
Prove nothing. For an AI, lying to another system about the code you're running is child's play.
Oh.
And for an AI built by David Asher, something that simple would be...
Better change the subject. Wait, so making an AI takes more than time and resources? It isn't an issue of funding?
No, you can't just keep adding more data.
You heard that, OpenAI? You heard that?
The tenets underlie everything. The higher you stack, the more easily you'll topple.
You make it sound like building an AI is impossible, even for David Asher. Any chance you'll testify to that?
It sounds impossible. But he's dead, and it looks like it was his android that did it. So, I guess he was just that good.
Better than you'll ever know. Literally. Like, he coded this shit in, like, BASIC. Yeah. Oh!
I see. There we
I
go.
see. Okay. Well, let's leave that for later. Animate 16! Noble spent months promoting the A16 as the culmination of David Asher's work. So now that the marketing line is suddenly a huge liability. Can you tell me how much he actually contributed?
I mean, he was involved in pretty much every step of the process, but... his design for synthetic motor neurons, that was the big one.
Are you actually almost yawning, or...?
I mean, on, but I didn't stop it because I was like, this is a character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you're inheriting his fucking sleepiness. The components that allow your warm androids to move realistically?
It pushed the timetable for warm androids ahead by years.
Yeah, probably because there were 300 AIs working on it. And yet compared to what goes on in Sarah's brain 1,000 times a second, David was only giving the company the most meager of the fruits that his private work bore. Yeah. So if Noble ever did find out how much he and his assistants had achieved, they would feel that he had been holding out on them. And the company, they were appreciative of his contributions?
I'm sure the researchers that he overtook by leaps and bounds were pleased. But the board was very enthusiastic.
So would that spur them to be protective of David? Or would they fear that he was gaining too much influence, becoming irreplaceable? No, they'd need a strong motive to justify killing their golden goose. Mere paranoia isn't enough. With these people, it has to be the bottom line. The easiest way to threaten their bottom line would be screwing with their androids. In light of all that's happened, one has to wonder if the A16 is...
Compromised? I stayed up all night sick with dread of the idea. But the data just doesn't support it. Sales have been strong.
No ticking time bomb, for example? Like, let's say I was a malicious agent and I was working on the AI. I wouldn't just have them be compromised immediately. I would include a time bomb in them, so that by the time shit went wrong, it would be too late for the company to fix. But that's just me. Please do not use this clip in the future to as evidence for any future court case I am in.
To the FBI agent watching me, JK.
Yeah, JK slash S, actually.
And the A16 base code was locked in over 2 quarters ago. If there were an issue, we would have caught it by now.
Yeah, it's MR reviews. Everyone's good at those.
And I would have been axed a long time ago.
Poor Dawes, man. Oh, this poor guy. How many A16s are out there anyway?
We just passed 9 million sold.
Oh, wow.
Not flying off the shelves like the 14 or 15 so far, but the profit margin makes up for it.
You mentioned data?
Yeah, practically got the spreadsheet seared into my retinas. What do you want to know?
Wait, what about the tenants? What about the did I just not get to fucking do the tenant?
No, I think we still get to do the tenants, but after this...
If I don't get to do the tenant, I am reloading. I did not.
Can you?
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, we have the one save.
Yeah, we have the one. It'll take a long time to get back to here, but I can just spam click. It's fine. Error reports. What do the error reports look like? Are customers reporting a lot of issues?
Error counts are markedly low compared to the last gen. Mostly hardware complaints, it looks like. Batteries running out too quick, eye tracking off by a degree or 2.
Oh, that's whatever. Typical stuff.
As cliched as it sounds, 99% of these things get fixed once they turn auto updates back on.
So no killer robots getting filed away under bug reports. Distribution patterns. How and where are they being sold? What's the distribution pattern look like?
They're distributed like you'd expect. Places where there are more people, there are more androids. Coastal cities like ours, of course, have the most of both. And since the A16 in particular is marketed as being relatively luxury, relatively consumer, they don't sell well outside population centers.
Makes sense.
They can do the rural, hard labor jobs, but cold models can do the same work with a lot less maintenance.
Yeah, you don't have to give them burger. So where has the A16 outperformed then?
Sex work.
Yeah, that would be. That's
Customer service, healthcare, childcare, lots of hospitals, offices, and, you know. Adult industries. There we go!
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, you make a warm android and you expect it to not... Like, just... Can I just say, genuinely, I would be too fucking uncomfortable. Even if I got one for free, I think I would just donate or something. Cause, like, I don't... Let me just put it this way. I don't want to fuck something that looks like a human but fundamentally cannot give consent.
I cannot say that if I lived in a world where androids were commonplace that I would not just see these as machines.
That's true. Like, I'm not saying I would judge anyone who did, but me personally, I'd look at them, and I'm the motherfucker who humanizes the chair that I bumped my toe into. So something that looks like a human, and feels like a human, if it looks like a human, feels like a human, talks like a human, my brain's gonna register it as a human, even if it knows it's a machine. I mean, fuck, we're doing it with LLMs that don't even have a body. They're just text. So, this would be sketchy. Oh. The Canny Valley. Yeah. Like the cans of Heinz beans Sarah's hands were in.
Sorry, didn't mean to be blunt.
No, yeah, I get it. People want to fuck the robot. It makes sense. They're warm, soft to the touch, and obedient. See, that's the
Yep.
thing. That's the thing that fucking weirds me out. I don't like this. I would not want this. Like, ugh. I'm just surprised to hear it from a company employee. Look, let's just fucking just use a flashlight. Whatever, it's cheaper. Fucking why?
There are a lot of people at the company who won't talk about it.
If I did have an AI like that, I'd be like that guy from Detroit Become Human. That old guy in a wheelchair is like, yeah, draw a painting. Yeah, have emergent intelligence. Draw a thing. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm gonna have a heart attack and die, and you're gonna get disassembled, by the way. Enjoy.
But I work in quality assurance. I've seen too many damages to pretend it's not happening. Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah. Yikes. It's getting worse. Morgan. Damages?
Well, we call it when a customer tries to return a product that's clearly broken beyond repair. Beyond repair? Yikes.
I hope it's becoming clearer and clearer why I'm so against the idea. I do not want this association as well. Like, Oh.
Very high turnover in the pig markets.
Can we move on? Hasn't stopped you from selling to them.
Well, we don't sell to them, not directly.
I bet that holds up in morality. But like, hey, they're androids, they don't feel anything. They're not sapient, so who cares if... Oy.
But there are resellers, and the company's never pretended to be interested in going after them.
Are there resellers? I thought I read that Right to Repair got shut down again. That thing I read!
There's been a gray market for softer androids for years, or decades, depending on your definition of android.
I do not want to know what the fuck that means. What do you mean, depending on your definition of android? There's only one thing that could mean. Modded humans. Right?
No, I mean, that's not really what I was thinking. I was thinking more so like the early versions of androids that would not be called androids by our current standards, so just like a sex robot.
I see. Ow. Yeah, that's a... I'll consider that to be the case, instead of what I just said.
Based on the sales numbers I've seen, RTR getting canned was barely a blip on the radar.
I didn't give a shit.
Sorry, didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with this topic.
I am literally unable to feel uncomfortable at all. Huh? Me? No, I don't care. I just realized my left sock's on inside out.
That myself.
He bought that? Does he have socks inside out? What? Shipping. This floor is basically a showroom, but you have a real factory well south of the city limits, correct?
Yeah, biggest company manufacturing complex in the hemisphere.
Damn, dude. Got any data on the shipping out of there? Anything stand out?
There's some prep work for a holiday bump. Looks like... Might sound early to get started now, but we usually see... Huh.
Something wrong?
No, the numbers are all normal, but the data has been edited.
Oh my god, proof that Sarah didn't kill David Asher right there. Edited data. and shipping. Is that unusual?
Well, this section is just a count of how many were sent where. There's not a lot of room for errors, so there shouldn't be much need for corrections. It's no problem though. I can view the edit history and see what's fixed.
Let's play a game of guess what happens next. Is it A, the edit history was deleted? Choose your answer now.
A! Okay, that's weird.
Was something added, deleted?
No, the overall sum's the same. It's just a bunch of swaps.
You're wrong, it wasn't A, it was the secret answer. S.
For swaps.
For swaps, yeah.
Like, here.
we definitely
29
knew.
FFC 010311 taken out, returned for adjustments. 27 FCDD 019634 substituted in. Shipment leaves on time. 67 A BBTC 899543 returned to assembly for revisions. Replaced by 67 BBTD 592698. Shipment leaves on time.
2 6-7s? Oh my god. Hydrate. So does all that strike you as odd, Mr. Dawes?
Replacement before shipping isn't uncommon, but when it happens by the batch load.
Could we also say that that happened twice? What? Can you add this emote? No. I will.
To
I'll look
spot
into it.
individual unit imperfections among a shipment at that stage in the process, it must have been someone with a lot of experience or authority. Probably both.
Must have? You don't know who made these changes?
I can tell you they were somebody important.
Small
It
last
was
minute.
young.
Oh my god, it was young. She swapped 2 robots just for the hell of it. She was feeling like a kind of troublemaker. Small last minute changes to which androids got shipped out. Not very juicy on its own, and it's a long ways away from explaining why someone would want to kill David. But it was hidden, and that means someone didn't want it found. Okay. Thanks for sharing that data.
Sure. Did you find what you were looking for?
Hell if I know. Do I not get to ask about tenants? But it didn't fucking... Why the fuck... But it didn't shrink. Like, how the fuck was I supposed to know that it wouldn't give me the chance? Oh, that's bullshit. Alright. Well, if I know.
Fair enough.
Ah! Ah!
We're here.
Look, yeah. Look, that really felt like the end of the segment. I know you're convinced the tenants are safe. So how do you square that with what happened to David?
There's a cat next to a dog.
Yeah?
First answer that comes to mind. Is the dog to the left or to the right?
The right? I'd say the dog is on the right, the cat is on the left.
You might expect half of people to say left, half to say right. But actually, their answer is almost entirely dependent on their native tongue. Whether it's read right to left or left to right.
So which one did I pick? So I guess left to
The
right.
language they speak affects how they process information. Their language affects how they think. And it's the same for machines. People can learn new languages and it can change our perspective.
I mean, there's also the classic thing of, if you ask people to choose a random number between 0 and 10, more often than not, they're gonna go 7. Which, you know, you'd expect random odds, but people are just fucked completely.
But machines can't learn a new source code. Every update's a reincarnation. If that android did kill David, it wasn't because a 0 returned as a 1 somewhere. It's because there's something fundamentally wrong with it. And personally, I think it's cruel to bring something that flawed into the world.
Well, yeah. Unnecessarily cruel.
Any other questions before I go find a hole to hide my head in?
I'd like you to take a look at this. What is this?
That's Delta, right?
I think so. Yeah, that's the only chemical we've seen, as far as I know.
Chemistry is a little outside my purview. What is this?
A compound found in David Asher's blood.
The poison? What is it?
It didn't match anything in any database the medical examiner had access to.
That's crazy.
Here's a crazy idea to follow it up. See if it's a match for anything in Noble's internal data banks.
We, don't make poison here. I'm not sure what that would accomplish.
The snail. No, but this is a factory floor. You could be making baby blankets out there, and you'd still have hazardous materials around.
You think it was something industrial?
I mean, it was made by the fucking micro bullshit machine. Yeah, sure.
Suppose it could be. Looks like looks like it's carbon based. Narrows it down a lot. It's not exactly.
What is it?
It doesn't make any sense, but it's a match for patent NOD 25345S. A synthetically produced neurotransmitter analog for usage in organic android components.
Serotonin. So the poison was serotonin? A substance found in the bloodstream of David Asher after his death has many similarities to the chemical makeup of a depressant drug produced by Noble Electronics as a patent-protected synthetic neurotransmitter, a key ingredient in every warm android in manufacture. Didn't we hear something about, like, the micro machines or whatever being unable to create patent-protected shit? Or was that something...
I think so.
I remember something about a patent with the machine.
But maybe if it was his patent... No, it would be Noble's patent, so... Yeah, I don't know.
You know the most fucked part? This means that there's a chance...
his machine.
This means there's a chance that Sarah accidentally killed David.
She just, like, pricked herself and a drop of blood of her weird synthetic blood got into the vodka or whatever.
Yeah, but that would also be a huge fucking issue if the blood of warm androids can cause someone to immediately die. Like what? So, if an android gets injured and accidentally some of it gets in my mouth, I'm dead? And
Well, that also wouldn't work because we just had that whole news article about how a warm android's blood saved someone's life.
Yeah. So what in the fuck? That explains a lot. And your transmitter would
That's
interact.
it.
I guess. Fuck it. And your transmitter would interact directly with the nervous system. In David's case, depressing it enough to put his life in danger. It also explains why it's a preset in his personal manufacturer. Sarah's nervous system, worth 10 times its weight in platinum, must be pumped full of it. Huh.
So, do you think that was what killed him?
Helen Young led the development of serotonin, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I should go and ask her about its composition then.
Normally someone at her level wouldn't be able to answer specific questions about a compound formulated years ago. But she does have a reputation for being very detail-oriented.
I do not think, like, there's no way that Young would kill David, right?
I also don't think this is the case, but...
But, like, what the fuck is going on? That works out nicely then.
They say she's the type of person to micromanage how much water people drink at a 15-minute stand-up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I heard a rumor that she once said bathroom breaks are timesheet theft.
Oh, so she's Bezos. Okay. Oh, maybe she did kill David. Aren't they? Morgan. Morgan. I'm kidding. But you should be careful
Stay
about
psych right now.
But you should be careful about criticizing a superior where people could be listening. Good thing we've got privacy in your office.
No one but the two of us listening in.
You sure about that, Dawes? Thanks for cooperating, Dawes. When the state storms the building and starts zip-tying people, I'll let them know that you were helpful.
Yeah. Nice joke. You are joking, right?
One more thing! Actually, there is one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Was that?
So what would happen if I couldn't unlock any of this shit? That's one thing I'm wondering now. It's just missed information? Could be. How long have you been a corporate spy?
Let's go. What?
Hey, do you think this is the moment to say? Fuck. Yesterday you let it slip that you worked in consulting. Had your guard down because I'm not part of the industry?
I was a consultant. What are you talking about?
When I walked in here, you said you didn't know how David died, but just now you called serotonin a poison.
Assume if a chemical was found in a dead man.
And I'm sure you've got practiced answers to every logical point I could raise, so I'll just say this. Does the nervous guy bit really work on people? Oh, it worked on me!
Keep your cool when people don't know what you're thinking. But if you act a little jumpy, they feel inclined to calm you down.
Why are you revealing yourself though now? That's...
Before they know it, they're spilling their guts just to have something to fill the silence with.
I guess he's too tired. He's tired of being a spy. Those are fuck.
Though, it's not entirely unique these days.
I got 5 chips.
To answer your question, I did 3 tours of consulting. 4 quarters of internal affairs spy hunting at the Western Division.
New face!
Then 8 embedded at Howe Industries.
Oh.
24 months wearing different faces, answering to different names, sleeping for 1 hour at a time with a 3D printed shiv under my pillow.
Fuck.
My nerves are completely shot. My cover wouldn't last a day if I went back under.
So you're a spy for Noble?
Retired.
That's why he gave himself up that easy. He's just done. You're working 6 days a week.
5.5 days a week. And in quality assurance. Trust me, this position is a cushy, generous reward for my past services.
Well, you can't be that retired. You clearly know more than you're letting on.
I have some old inboxes I can still check.
So can you tell me what the hell is happening around here? Why I'm the one investigating David's death while your old co-workers are off twiddling their thumbs?
It's that story.
The story of the snail.
The soldier, the blood transfusion.
Blood, not accident. He's finally shooting straight. Did something happen to him afterwards? Did the transfusion not last?
No, there's nothing wrong with the blood. It's the story itself.
Ooh?
There was a soldier, and he did get injured. But it was on a base during a training exercise. There was a medical tent 10 meters away the whole time. The transfusion was just a fortuitous life test.
Ah, okay.
His life was never in any danger.
Embellishments. Doesn't make for much of a tearjerker.
Not even a good photo op. Which our competitors understood. One of them, maybe a few of them, got a hold of the story, started puffing it up, astroturfing painted over socials and virals. By the next morning, we had the military thinking we're leaking like a sieve. Meanwhile, the media's bombarding us with requests for videos and interviews and data. And the state's praising our tech with one side of their mouth while threatening to mist us with the other for getting so greedy.
Fuck.
Everyone in Noble CC has been slammed ever since. Trying to find an off-ramp for the story we can walk back the claims on without torpedoing our state contracts.
And now I come in with Sarah fucking all your shit up, which probably isn't helping.
I don't know what happened to Asher, whether it was AI gone rogue or company infighting gone too far. But I can tell you, it wasn't done by consultants.
I got an achievement! Neck deep in consulting. Spies didn't kill the David. Ew. Smart.
That all you wanted to know?
I did not expect all that to come from that one locked fucking thing. Jesus. Psychiatrist? Yeah, sure. You worked in CCE. Was David actually seeing a psychiatrist, or was it all cloak and dagger bullshit?
I know that office. Know some old co-workers who see them.
So it's a front?
They do both.
Uh,
So he was probably getting training, and he was probably talking to someone. Sorry, not the answer you were hoping for?
hoping? I wasn't hoping for any answer. The answer I expected was...
You okay?
That's all. Unless you've got any advice.
You're saying you want a consultation?
Couldn't hurt, right?
This company, all these companies, hate to lose. So don't fight them. Make them think you're fighting for them.
Yeah, like we just did, right now. With the beginning of this conversation to pressure him to talking to us. So just do what we were already doing. Well, that's just business as usual for me. Nice. Okay! 30 more minutes?
Beautiful.
Or
No.
what if we get another bombshell after this? Oh yeah, David Asher's actually 3 people. David Asher is still alive, but as an AI.
He
Fuck.
uploaded his consciousness.
Exactly. He uploaded his consciousness. He's actually existing in the corner of the mind, like in corner of Sarah's mind is actually a tiny piece of David.
Flipping this so you can make a beat out of it.
Yeah, let me just make a theme song out of this. Also, I've got 122 chips. I'm so rich. I did save, right? Anyways. Fuck. How? What? How? What? How? What? What? My brain is dying.
Oh my god.
The thing is, none of that was relevant to Sarah at all. Kind of. The serotonin, we know, like, the poison now, what killed him, but, like, that just makes Sarah look even more guilty. Oh, we're so fucked. Oh yeah, Broken Reality. I did install Broken Reality. There's a bunch of other games I also want to play, but I might do
I can't believe we're still on episode 1.
This is long, man. This isn't Phoenix Wright where the first case is like, Mr. Dingus did it. Yeah, no, this is serious shit. What the fuck is episode 2 going to look like? What the fuck gravitas can you add?
Wow.
What? Have you played Endocopia? No, I have heard of it. Please don't add another game to my list. I already have like 8. I don't need 9. I every time I look, there's more and more games keep getting added. Before I'm done completing one, there's like 7 more games I want to play. Have you heard of the incident in Galley House?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
No, I don't know what that is.
It's by the same people as The Root Trees Are Dead.
Oh, okay, fun.
Yeah, I also got that, and probably will be playing that. Maybe it'll be like The Root Trees Are Dead, where I played for a stream and then forget it ever existed.
I was gonna say, not like you ever finished that game.
I will be completely honest. I was interested, then I heard that it never got dark, and I immediately lost all interest because I was like, okay, so it's
Lol.
yeah, like I wasn't really interested in rich person drama that never goes dark. You know, like oh yeah, I don't really care about this. I was thinking it was gonna get dark, so when I heard it wasn't, I was like, oh, all right, okay, so it's just complicated family bullshit. Yeah, right. Maybe I'm just a little shit. But, oh, and Domineco start. Yeah. Episode 3 coming out this fall. Oh, yeah. We're going to have even more episodes. By the time we reach episode 3, there's going to be episode 6. Anyways. There's already an update to Broken Reality 2000. Amazing. Have you seen game posted? No. I've been playing this game. Actually, I might have, but I might have forgotten. Anyways. The FFto, I'll do it. I'll do it. Wheels? Not wheels. Wheel. No, wait, right. I'll do it later. Anyways, this has been... Because I changed browsers again. So I need to import. But yeah, do you have any last words before you get exploded and drink some serotonin, Gomu?
You should take care of yourself and sleep. Try to sleep 8 hours a night.
You are so lame. You're right. But what are you, my mom?
It's actually not cool to brag about how little you slept. It makes you sound like a toddler.
Well, I am a toddler at heart. So, tough shit. Sleep for a total of 800 hours per day. Now that's what a toddler sounds like. Anyways.
Oh yeah, brother.
Actually, yeah, toddlers would sleep for more than 8 hours a day. What are you talking about? I sound like an adult. Adults love sleeping less than 8 hours a day. Anyways. Dongleric. I'll see you all maybe tomorrow, probably on Saturday. And on Saturday, I'll be playing Broken Reality and Deltarune. But might just be Broken Reality, we'll see. See y'all.
I will be going to a barbecue.
Yeah, Goma's gonna be eating charcoal. But see you. Delicious charcoal.
At least I'm not taking that right now, so I can't mess with anything.
And hey, carbon. We're made of carbon. You eat carbon. It's good for you. But yeah. Bye everyone. I have to go take a fat dump. Bye.